What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video I'll be adding another part to the surprisingly well received What If Naruto and the Rinnegan series. This is due to you guys literally tripling, if not quadrupling the like goal that I set for you guys. So now that I can gauge how much you guys like this What If, I'm going to challenge you guys to hit 700 likes for part 3 to come out. And I know it's a huge jump from what I had for part 1, but I know you guys can do it because I think you did it on part 1. So this may be an error on my part, but hey, I kind of want to continue the series. I kind of like where it's going. Anyways, just like always, I'll recap the last part of the video, then jump into the new material. So let's jump right into it. And so without further ado, let's get started. In the last part of this, we saw that Naruto's origin story was kind of told throughout the What If, and Naruto, we kind of talked about how he'd be brought up as someone that is very revered and deemed as special within the series. And then we left off with Naruto and Sasuke being able to take the belts from Kakashi, specifically in the, bell test, and using their teamwork, fulfilling both things that that Kakashi would want for them to pass the test. So that's where we'll jump right into the story. Now, after seeing the pure genius of this Rinnegan wielder, Kakashi is rather surprised, proud, and shook to his core all at the same time. All of these thoughts swirl in his mind and how strong Naruto is, but when he looks at Naruto as Naruto and not with his natural born gifts, Naruto is basically just a powerful goofball in and of itself. Regardless, Kakashi passes all of them, even though Sakura did not help the effort at all. After the test though, Kakashi approaches Naruto and asks him if he's used the abilities of the Rinnegan yet. Naruto looks at Kakashi puzzled because Kakashi realizes that Naruto is nowhere near reaching his full power potential, considering there are at least 6 abilities that the Rinnegan gives the Rinnegan users, or at least that Kakashi's heard rumors about. No one truly knows the specifics of these abilities, so they're just kind of rumors, but they are these fabled abilities of the ultimate dojutsu known as the Rinnegan. After the test though, Kakashi and Team 7 start attempting to run through D-ranked missions, and they actually do, successfully and quite easily. And almost immediately, Naruto and Sasuke get bored of these missions, saying that how they're beneath them in terms of their skill level. They ask Kakashi for higher ranked missions, and just like in the original, they get paired up with Tazuna in order to give them an escort to the Land of Waves. While they are escorting him, Naruto is currently thinking about all the jutsu that he saw in the scroll, yet he couldn't seem to find anything about the legend of the Rinnegan or its abilities. He saw many sealing jutsu and even saw one that came from the kunai from Lord Fourth, who is now dead and deceased, but is, encaptured on the stone wall of the leaf. But apparently the 4th Hokage had a method of teleportation using sealings and kunai, and while he was thinking about this, kind of lost in thought, 2 legendary demon brothers appear in front of them and attack. Simultaneously, Naruto and Sasuke spring into action as they both take down a demon brother. Naruto kicks the one in the stomach so hard that they fall unconscious, and after that, Sasuke bodies the other demon brother in a one-on-one taijutsu bout. After this, they just high-five each other, congratulating each other on their skill and technique. Sakura and Kakashi just watched in basically complete awe and amazement at the skill of her teammates in Sakura's case and his students in Kakashi's case. And they just took down shooting level ninja like that was the easiest thing in the world, which is very surprising to both of them. But she keeps these thoughts to herself as she keeps trudging along, almost upset at her lack of skill as a ninja, which she should be. She then decides that she will fix that, or her skill at least, whenever possible. But nonetheless, Kakashi gets a gist of Naruto and Sasuke's skill, and Kakashi realizes that even though Naruto is a prodigy among prodigies, Sasuke himself is not anything to be sneezed at in terms of skill in taijutsu and ninjutsu, although he hasn't really seen any genjutsu prowess yet. In fact, if Naruto wasn't the way he was, Kakashi would be even more impressed with Sasuke. After this encounter though, Kakashi continues on his way, until we see that Zabuza appears, along with Mist appearing with him, and Naruto for the first time feels this crippling pressure when he realizes that everyone's life is in danger, and it's something that he and Sasuke and everyone, except for Kakashi, seem to be facing, and they're basically trying to deal with this, basically, fear. But just like in the original, Kakashi gets caught in the water prison jutsu just due to him being reckless and careless. After this, Naruto and Sasuke are actually put in even more of a predicament and even put through more fear, but Naruto and Sasuke are able to just basically force their way through it, Sasuke focusing on getting strong enough to fight Itachi, and Naruto basically just powering through it, just saying, I'm going to become Hokage, watch me do my thing. Naruto and Sasuke then formulate a plan, but it bears little resemblance to the plan of the original run of Naruto. Naruto starts actually by shooting off a fireball jutsu at Zabuza, and since Zabuza can't dodge this large fireball attack without removing his arm from the prison, he does end up removing his arm and jumping sideways across the water to dodge. But as soon as he does and he sees the explosion, just coming out of the smoke, he sees Naruto directly zoom across the water, directly across from him, looking him in the eye. And he looks at Naruto and notices his purple eyes for a second. And then Naruto leaps at Zabuza while Zabuza was somewhat entranced by the purple eyes of the Rinnegan. So when Zabuza swings his sword at Naruto, he's able to dodge with only a minor injury, getting scraped by that large sword, but he's able to then grab Zabuza and hold him in place for Sasuke to take out the fireball jutsu. Zabuza at first finds this plan rather laughable just because there's no way a mere getting can keep him pinned, but when he tries to break free, he feels his strength fading from him and Naruto seems way stronger than Zabuza is. In fact, Naruto seems to be gaining strength as Zabuza is weakening for some reason. And then Sasuke launches the fireball, which right when it's about to hit and about to land on both of them, Naruto jumps out of the way in order to minimize damage on himself. Zabuza then tries to dodge, but he falls into the water, not even able to summon enough chakra to keep him afloat on top of the water, which is weird to Zabuza, and weird to really everyone, since Zabuza should be, fairly good with chakra control. Then, Zabuza dives deeper into the water in order to narrowly dodge that fireball attack. After this, we as the viewer notice that Naruto has basically unconsciously used one of the Rinnegan abilities, which is basically the Preta Path, or the ability to absorb ninjutsu and chakra through physical contact. We know this, but Naruto and no one else really does, since they don't know the abilities of the Rinnegan. After that, though, Kakashi mops the floor with Zabuza and is about to kill him, kind of mocking him, even though Zabuza has little to no chakra at all, and he's just about to mock him and body him just like in the original, but then Haku butts in and kills Zabuza first, and then dashes off with Zabuza in hand. Just like in the original, though, Kakashi passes out, and they take him back to Tazuna's place in order for him to recover. Afterwards, Kakashi starts teaching them chakra control and how to use it to stick to things and stand on surfaces, stick to something like trees, or in some cases even be able to stand on water, although that takes a lot more chakra control. As soon as Kakashi does this, Naruto starts running up the tree and fails the first time. The second time he tries, he's able to get all the way to the top, and Kakashi is quite surprised, although he has seen Naruto pull off some crazy feats of intense intelligence before. But before he's able to make a comment on it, Sakura is able to try 9 times unsuccessfully, and then on the 10th try she's able to get up there. Kakashi's even more surprised by Sakura since, Sakura was pretty dumb. She doesn't seem to have that many useful abilities to her, so her being able to do that is actually rather surprising. Kakashi's just surprised at everyone's prowess since it's usually something that takes a few weeks, or at least a week to learn. And even Sasuke is able to learn it within a day, which is still a genius level feat, although it just pales in comparison to Naruto and Sasuke's. When all 3 of them make it, Sakura starts to get flustered and falls off the tree, just due to the fact that both of her crushes are both up there, so she gets a little hot-headed and falls off the tree. Almost reacting off of instinct, Naruto weakens the chakra on his feet just to slip below the tree, but then strengthens it just enough to stick to the bottom of the tree. So Naruto falls to a point where he's hanging upside down and reaches for Sakura, but he reacted too late and she fell just out of reach. Naruto then reaches and pulls more, and some unknown force seems to pull Sakura to Naruto's hand, and he's able to catch her. To everyone's surprise, this is weird because it was clear that there was a distance that Naruto couldn't have possibly reached, especially with his short, stubby arms, but she seemingly just magically was lifted to his hand, which is strange to everyone. After that, Naruto just shrugs and kind of jumps off the tree to go relax in the woods after a while, brushing it off since weird things like this happen to him all the time. It is there where he meets Haku, who tricks Naruto once again into thinking that he's a girl. And after basically successfully activating the trap card, I should say, Haku walks away into the forest to go, do whatever. It is after this, after a little bit of more recovery time, Kakashi, when he and Team 7 goes back into mission mode and meets Zabuza along with Haku on the bridge. Sasuke then uses his newly learned chakra techniques to fight off Haku, increasing his speed to the level of Haku's. And instead of Zabuza going off to attack Kakashi like in the original, he actually runs towards Naruto and starts basically swinging his huge sword at him, since he was deemed the biggest threat last time, draining of him his chakra through unknown means, and basically able to set off a plan that was able to free Kakashi basically single-handedly. Now, Zabuza starts swinging his sword around like a crazy person, trying to chop Naruto into bits, but while this is happening, Kakashi interrupts the jutsu and interrupts the fight so Naruto can go save Sasuke, who's now caught in the Crystal Ice Mirror jutsu, which Naruto knows is bad news and Naruto needs to go save Sasuke. Naruto then rushes over there, and when he tries to help Sasuke, I should say, and fight off Zabuza, who is a he. If I say her, I slipped up. It's a he. But basically, Naruto rushes over there, and when he tries to help, he's all but completely blitzed by Haku's ridiculous reflection speed. Naruto then makes shadow clones in order to distract Haku, and Naruto and Sasuke combine their fire-style jutsu in order to try to melt through the ice and break the jutsu. But to Naruto's surprise, and especially Sasuke's, that combining the jutsu didn't melt the ice and didn't really do anything. Haku just remarks that fireball jutsu at this level aren't going to be nearly enough to melt the ice, and then Haku goes in for the kill against Naruto, and with Sasuke activating his Sharingan just in time, Sasuke is able to predict this movement and jumps in the way to save Naruto. Sasuke is then pierced with mini Senbon, and Naruto thinks that Sasuke has basically been killed. Then, Naruto drops down to hold Sasuke, cradling him and gently putting him to the floor, and then, as his rage builds up, so does his Kyuubi chakra within him, and as that builds up, it forces a reaction inside of Naruto. Almost something primal, something that has to do with the very biology within Naruto. Naruto starts seeing blurry for a second, and then once his vision clears, we see that the Rinnegan has 3 tomoe, or at least we as a viewer know. No one else knows, which I'll get into now. He has 3 tomoe similar to how the Sharingan do on his Rinnegan, although Naruto just sees differently. He feels more in tune with everything. And then everything stops. Naruto looks around and sees that everything is stopped. Haku is seemingly suspended in the sky, flying between mirrors. Naruto looks and sees that a single tear has dropped from Sakura's eyes, and it is suspended in the air as well. He then looks at Kakashi and Zabuza and sees that they are both seemingly paused in time. And then Naruto's rage overcomes his curiosity of the situation, and Naruto cocks his arm back and hits Haku in the face, but Haku doesn't move. Surprisingly, Naruto is confused by this, but Naruto punches Haku in the stomach again, as hard as he can, and yet no reaction. Then, Naruto keeps on punching, barraging the frozen Haku with a bunch of hits, and then Naruto's focus fades and so does his stamina, and then everything progresses like normal. Or at least I should say, time progresses like normal. Everything starts moving again, and the way they already were, except Haku, who was launched out of the mirrors area, deactivating the jutsu and almost killing Haku because of taking multiple full Bower punches from Naruto. But then, Naruto passes out, falls on his face, completely exhausted and out of breath. After he kind of recovers and wakes up, he sees a blurry vision that is basically horrible. The guy that he met yesterday, Haku, is covered in blood, but Zabuza is unharmed, which is strange to him. Kakashi has blood on his hands, and instantly Naruto is able to put the pieces together. Kakashi tried to kill Zabuza, and Haku risked his life in order to save Zabuza. Naruto then starts berating Zabuza, similar to how he did in the original, calling Zabuza a horrible teacher, a horrible person, a horrible friend. Zabuza then starts tearing up just as he does in the original, and he has his mini redemption arc when he kills the same people as he does in the original, including the main mob boss who he stabs and jumps off the bridge with. Naruto then passes back out, extremely drained from that experience from earlier, although Naruto has no idea what happened. It's a mystery to us all. And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end part 2 to the What If Naruto Had the Rinnegan. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and, comment and do all that stuff that you usually do. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss out on more Rinnegan What If content and just What If content in general. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, guys, this is Anime X, signing off.